Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear student, how are you? I hope all are well by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I am also fine by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And today we learn chapter 1, lesson 6, Al-Asmaul Husna. And your CW will be 41. Previous class, whenever we were discussing about the first article of Iman Mufassal, I said that we will discuss about the beautiful names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is Al-Asmaul Husna. So let's start today's topic. Al-Asmaul Husna. The meaning of Al-Asmaul Husna. Asma is plural form of Ism. Ism means name. So Asma means names. Husna. The word Husna is superlative degree of Husnun. Husnun means beauty. Husnun means most beautiful. So Al-Asmaul Husna means most beautiful names. So, in Islamic terminology, Allah has many beautiful names. It is His attributes. All names are collectively called Al-Asma'ul Husna. Allah has many beautiful names. Suppose He is Creator, that means He is Khalik. He is Cherisher, means Rob. He is Provider of food, means Razak. Merciful means Rahim. Compassionate means he is kind. Punisher and unbeatable. All attributes name are collectively are called Al-Asmaul Husna. Suppose Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Laisa kamislihi shay'un. There is nothing like him. Surah Ash-Shu'ara verses 11. Allah, we cannot compare with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's qualities. Here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is self-existent as His existence. That means He is Allah like Him. We cannot compare with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All the attributes of Allah are expressed through many words and many titles. All qualities of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala expressed through many title or many words. All these attributes have their own names. These names are called Al-Asma'ul Husna. Allah has many attributes and all attributes has own name. It is called Al-Asma'ul Husna. Suppose Allah is very kind. In Arabic term, we can say Allahu Rahim. The kindness expressed by this name Ar-Rahim. Okay, clear? Now we will learn what is the impact of Al-Asma'ul Husna. The impact of Al-Asma'ul Husna can be divided into two parts. Firstly, we can know Allah's power and qualities. Allah has many power and qualities. Suppose Allah is Rahman and Rahim. By this name we can know that Allah is very merciful. Without His mercy we cannot lead our life. We cannot alive. Because everything, air, oxygen, water, everything is given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not supply this, we cannot lead our life. So Allah is very merciful. By this way we can know His power. And also Allah is Ghaffar. Allah is super forgiver, means great forgiver. So when we commit any sin, we pray to Him and beg His forgiveness. Because without Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, no one can forgive us. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can forgive us from this sinful acts. So we all time we pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for forgiveness. And another side, Allah is Jabbar. Allah is super potentate, means Allah will be autocratic. In day of judgment, Allah will be autocratic for sinners. Allah will be very hard. Allah will be very hard for the sinner. No one can escape from Allah's punishment. For this reason, Allah is Jabbar. Another name, Allah is Kahar. Kahar means super conqueror. That means no one can defeat Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah is super conqueror. Allah is great conqueror. So by this way we can know Allah's power and His qualities. And secondly, this inspire us to attain good qualities. Allah has many qualities. We can achieve these qualities in our daily activities, in our practical life. Suppose Allah is merciful, we shall also show mercy to everyone. We shall also show mercy to everyone. Suppose we are passing a critical moment, corona pandemic. In that time there are many service holders. They cannot do their work properly for many shortcomings. So we have to show the mercy to them. And also there are many people who are very hungry. So Allah's another quality is Allah is provider of food. Allah is provider of food means Razzaq is Arabic term of provider of food. We shall also provide or give food to the hungry people. I said in this situation there are many people who are hungry in town and also in village. Many people are walking without food. So we can manage their food and we can achieve Allah's qualities. He is just. Allah is just. We shall be justy to all. Every time we will maintain the justice. We cannot. We will be careful for everybody's rights. So we will maintain the justice forever and everywhere and every time. By this way we can be a noble person. If we attain the good qualities of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we will be a noble person. So it is the second side of impact of Allah's Asmaul Husna. Then we will learn some name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allahu Hayyun. The meaning of Allahu Hayyun is ever living. Ever living. And in Islamic terminology, Allahu Hayyun means Allah is immortal and ever living. Allah will remain forever. Allah is remain forever. That means He remained forever and will remain forever. When there was nothing, that means in day of Qiyamah, you know, everything will be destroyed. In that time, only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will remain. He has no decay, He has no infirmity, means He will not be old. he will not be sick. He will not be ordinance means he will not be tired. Slumber or sleep. Nothing, slumber and he will not be slumber and sleep. He need not sleep. Even slumber cannot touch him. Okay, this is the quality of Allahu Hayyun. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Ayatul Kursi, it is familiar to you maybe, Allahu la ilaha illa huwal hayyul qayyum la ta'khudhuhu sinatu wa la naum. He himself is Allah, there is no ilah but he. He is himself alive and sustainer of others. Neither slumber nor sleep seize him. He don't need to sleep, even a slumber cannot touch him. It is the main theme of Allahu Hayyun. So what can we know from this Allah's attribute? We shall give up laziness and liveliness. We shall give up laziness and liveliness. That is the time you got a long vacation, so you should give up laziness. If you give up laziness, you can gain many things. You have to use your time properly. By this way, you can attain the Allah's quality. And also, we shall avoid slumber and sleep as our capacity. As a human being, 6 hours sleep is enough for you. So don't cross it. If you cross it, it will be violated of Allah's quality. So another name is Allahu Qayyumun. Allahu Qayyumun. What is the meaning of Allahu Qayyumun? The means eternal, everlasting, ever existing, ever present, upholder of everything. In Islamic terminology, the entity which exists forever and supervise and preserve all creation is called Qayyumun. The entity which exists forever to preserve, to supervise and preserve all creation is called Qayyumun. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala present everywhere. Everything is controlled under Allah's control. He preserves everything. If he don't preserve, everything will be destroyed. He knows everything. Everyone is dependent to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but He is upholder of everything. He is upholder of everything. He is the God of the universe. He is present everywhere. Everything of the heaven and earth is under His control. Almighty Allah is everlasting. Everyone, the earth and the heaven is under His control. It is the main theme of Allahu Qayyumun. So, what can we learn from this? We know He is present everywhere. Everything of the heaven and earth is under His control. He knows everything. So, even a ant, even whatever we cannot see by our eye, it is also Allah's control, under Allah's control. He provides livelihood to them, and also we cannot escape from His control. We cannot do any sinful acts that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not see. In day of Qiyamah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala show us what did you do in worldly life. And according to our value and sins, Allah will give us reward and punishment. That is the main theme of Allahu Qayyumun. Okay, so write some related question. What is the meaning of Asmaul Husna? What do you know about Asmaul Husna? Explain. What is the impact of Asmaul Husna? Allahu Hayyun, Allahu Qayyumun. Explain these. These two names you have to explain. So SW will be learn plus write. All RQ means related question. So you should write all the SW and learn the SW very carefully. No more today. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Stay home, save yourself, and pray for me.